Hello and welcome. I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Generation 2 Megatron, and I love this toy. Originally released in 1993, he retailed for approximately $40, and yeah, Generation 2 was the generation that first brought us the tank Megatron, and check him out, he looks so cool. Here in tank mode, Megatron is approximately 9 inches long, 11 if you want to go to the tip of the barrel, and he's about 4 inches tall. Very cool tank. The deco's a little weird with the purple on there, but it's very M1 Abrams-ish. I was in an M1 Abrams unit when I was stationed in Korea, and I loved those tanks, and this tank really reminds me of them. Of course there's some liberties were taken with the design, but it's very reminiscent of those Abrams tanks, which I really love. Now yeah, like I said, green, that's a great color for a tank. It always is, but that purple camo just really kind of throws me off. But what are you going to do? It's Transformers, it's toys. And it was the 90s, G2 90s. Everything had to be vibrant colors and neon colors, and everything had to be very bright. So I understand what they were going for. Still, very cool tank. I really love the design of this figure. So Megatron here came with some accessories. First is this thing. At first I thought maybe that's a missile launcher. Nah, it's too little to be missiles. Maybe a grenade launcher. Maybe. I don't know what the heck that thing is. It's the green thing, and it sticks right there. There's also this little gun right here. Oh, and there goes one of the sounds. So he came with this gun right here, which as you saw, it can be stored up. Okay, I guess we're going to wait him out. Thank you. So this, yeah, he came with this, which is also going to be a handgun for Megatron later on in robot mode. And as you saw, it can be stored up here. And there we go again. So I really like this because, again, with the M1 Abrams, they have a gun emplacement on the top of the turret, so you can put an automatic machine gun up there. And back in my days, they would put, I think, if I remember correctly, they would put 50 cals up there. I know that on my trucks we used to carry 50 cals on the top of the turrets for the trucks. For the tanks, I am not sure if they were 50 cals or if they were M60s, but there were automatic machine guns that were mounted to the top of the turrets on these M1 Abrams. So I really like that they added the little detail there. And then he comes with 4 of these missiles, and what's really cool about these missiles is that there's no real front or back to them. So when you go to load these up, you open up the top of the tank here, or the cannon rather, and you can see them right in there, and it doesn't matter which way you put them in. You can put them in any way you want right there. So that's really cool. Some of the sticker detail on this thing is incredibly cool and funny. Big stick right there on the cannon. What is that? Is this HUD input? I don't know why. I don't know what that even means. You got your G2 Decepticon stickers throughout the place, and then you've got caution, stand clear of this area. So that's pretty cool. Now to activate the sounds, as you saw, he does have an engine rumbling sound, and to do that, he does, well, let me show off. He does roll rather well, and he does that by way of these little wheels that are on the bottom. Now this wheel down here is on a button, so if you press down on that wheel, you get that engine sound right there. So as you're moving them along and playing them and whatnot, you would push down on them to get the engine sounds. Now to get the cannon to fire and another sound, there's a little lever back here, so you're going to pull back on this lever, and you can hear the cocking sound of the gun. And then when you press down on the button there, he will shoot the missile, and he will also do like a cannon boom sound. It's really not that very loud, so it might be getting covered up by the sound of this actually hitting. So let me try and do that a little quieter. There you go. So that'll sound a little better that way, hopefully, for you guys at home. All right, let's get those guys back in place, and let's get into transformation. So for transformation, I usually like to take the gun off, set that aside, and we're going to start with the sides of the tank. These sides are going to pop off, and it's going to start kicking off the engine sounds. Well, let's move the camera up because this guy is huge. This guy gets tall. So we're going to pop the sides of the tank off, and we're going to bring these down, and then we're going to rotate those bottom sides to turn to form our arms. Right there is pretty much it. Now we are going to separate the tank in half, and the whole back half, and then there's another sound. The whole back half is going to come down on a hinge, and then there are two tabs that are going to be very difficult to show off right there inside the back half of the tank, and those are going to tab into these two slots right here. They don't tab in very well, and that may just be age on my toy. So see if we can get those in place. I think I have to transform the legs before I can get. Do I have to transform the legs? Because it does not want to go. So maybe I do. Let's go ahead, and once we're here, we're going to open these panels on the bottom of the tank, and that is going to allow us to rotate the legs out, and those are just going to snap into place. You can see a little tab and a slot right there on the knee. So they're just going to stab right there. And sure enough, that allowed me to tab the waist into the bottom of the chest there. Go ahead and close these panels back up. Reach in here and pull out his little tiny feet. Stand him up straight. And I guess we're going to have to move the camera up even more and back this guy up. This guy is huge, and I really love the size on this guy. You can take this thing here, and usually what I do is I just rotate it down. Slide the whole tank over, the cannon over, and when you do, it's going to release the head spring loaded, and it's going to pop out right there. And there is Megatron in robot form, and he is enormous. I can't even get him on camera. There we go, that's a little better. So here in robot mode, Megatron is approximately 9 to 10 inches tall, depending on if you want to measure to the top of the head or the top of the cannon there. So yeah, check him out. Now, as far as articulation goes, not a whole lot. It is a G2, and it is a, I think this is pre-ball joint G2. So all we've got here are the arms can go, okay, the arms can go forward and backwards, and he can bend his elbow. That is it. No head rotation, nothing else. So let's give him his gun, since apparently he is in a real huge hurry to show off his electronic sounds. So we still have the cannon, so we can still cock the cannon and shoot it, and we're still going to get that boom sound, which is really, really cool. Now, also, if we press the head, we're going to hear that famous sound that we all might remember from the original commercial for this toy. Megatron attack, and that's all he's going to say. There you go. And then, as you saw, if you move the arm forward, he is going to fire his little gun at you. His little tiny gun. So, there you go. He only does it on this arm. See, this arm over here does not do it. So, there you go. It's hilarious. I love it. I absolutely love this toy. This toy is hilarious, and it's really cool. The fact that he's got this tiny little handgun, considering that he's got this gigantic cannon on his shoulder now, and it's kind of the old thing with Megatron. Why did Megatron need a handgun when he has a cannon on his arm? At least back then, that handgun was enormous. Now he's just got this little itty bitty thing. But I guess it works. Detail-wise, we still got all the same camo that we had from before. Now, though, we've got a big M on his chest because Megatron. That's really about it. His face is awesome, though. Check out his face. That is a Megatron face. I love that he's got that purple, those purple hints right there on his face itself, and then the rest of the helmet is silver. Very, very cool figure. I really love it. So I think that about covers Transformers Generation 2 Megatron. What did you think of this figure, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.